Limbo's Lament. To the unacquainted, I claim to be neither the beginning nor the end, neither the dark sphere that looms ominously, or the tapestry that you call the night sky behind the sun, nor her enviable nemesis, the perfect and the radiant jewel, who smiles upon the denizens of the earth a mere fortnight afterwards. Neither the freshly hatched egg that promises to be a new organism, carrying genes that could be traced over many millennia, nor the aged wizened creature that limps back to its familiar dwelling, knowing fully well that its final breath is not long in the coming. I am the one who is suspended across the line of the infinite array of possibilities that could befall or bless the existence of all those I manifest. History shall not remember me in its pages. Why so? Since even though I am inevitable, a being in the making, if you will, I remain unremarkable, long and winding, much as the form of a serpent, slithering through the wilderness in another desperate attempt to survive. And I am the idea that inhabits its mind, nudging it gently at times and screeching at it in the others, all in an effort to cause it to continue its course, proceed through the path that it did not choose to pursue, but taking pains to pass nonetheless. Such is the fate of all matter that I can conceive of. I suppose that is another reason why I am not truly observed. The sheer plenitude of my presence, the ubiquitous process that defines the world itself, yet hardly appreciated, the rock that is chiseled into shards and crafted to form what humans would call a structure, the underpinnings of both the physical and the cognitive realms, the lurching vehicle of both tedium and thrill that is programmed into the roots of anima for vital functioning. Ordinary, it would seem. I do not think highly of myself, mind you. No, I do have my ups and downs, so to speak. But while I do not require celebration, some recognition of my value would be fruitful. I do see why my brethren of the Alpha and the Omega achieve the excitement and memory of the sentient significantly more than I do. The birth and the death of an individual or an event invite much reflection. But is that not my bastion? Is not a journey deserving of as much or more exhilaration than the short durations of departure and arrival? Is not the wordless camaraderie and the tense silence as the gunpowder stirs and the muskets lock as much markers of a revolution than the fall of a fort's banner and the hoots that follow the ascent of another? Is not a defiance of an oak against the earthquake that threatens to shatter it, the veteran caresses of time and patience against the hundreds of creatures that trespass its wood, not as noteworthy as the tiny seed that it once had been, and the discolored heap of carbon it will be after all is said and done? They believe me to be mundane when I'm anything but. They overlook the potential for growth that I bestow upon them, and indulge in their primal instincts to bring them fleeting spurts of joy and resume in their distaste for their lives. Their appetites for unproductive experiences baffle me to no end. I discussed these musings at length once with someone much more ancient and wise than I, and she told me that my importance is grasped less because I am not simple as my brethren are. While I admit that I was indeed taken aback at us at first, it does make sense upon some rumination. From what I have gathered, to a life form's mind, the image of a flame being sparked and snuffed out without ceremony conjures more gravity than one of a flame fighting to continue its existence against a violent wind. I do not claim to completely understand why this is so, but I see that to a civilization so ephemeral, it is the moments that count. They fail to realize that their moments would not amount to much if not for the rest of their struggles and hopes that fade away long before their stories reach their demise. Despite their flaws, I shall not reveal this resentment nor turn my back on them, because my cognizance has not reached the zenith either, and perhaps one day they too will find themselves capable of following this train of thought and treasure my essay. Perhaps not. I may likely rest in a state of limbo for all the time that is past and shall be. I sustain, therefore, I am.